need to get closer. I can't do that yet. Need more rage. It is too far away. I'm out of range. Not
We can't wait to welcome you back to a cleaner Crunch. Our dedicated team has been working extra hard to make sure the club is cleaner than ever. We have all the fun you've come to expect, but you'll also find some changes designed.
The old mission you bought it for me. Felt great.
Nice, dude. Did it fill you with fall joy?
Oh, so much fall joy. And then I looked up at that blood red sky.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah.
Looked up at what the sky or where the sky would be.
You know if you enter that purple portal knob, you zone into Hellfire Peninsula.
I say no goes through it.
Damn, no reaction. Damn.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Winky, if you step through that purple portal up there, you zone into Hellfire Peninsula.
Yeah, it's actually no one knows that, dude.
It's actually a hidden Easter egg.
Go through it. With me, okay? Let's RP walk through it. Oh, I don't have the key bound on
Yo,
the
the Bucks and Raubert, thank you so much, man, for the 3 months of Twitch Prime, brother. Thanks for the amazing stream, Scar. Yo, thank you so much, bro.
I don't know what it does.
I actually don't know what it does. Never mind. But I was just joking.
Chicken
Probably does nothing. Can't do it. But it did nothing.
Okay.
Oh no.
It should do something though.
Alright, incoming, man.
Oh, he got through. Wait. Oh, this is how you get the boar. Oh, it's been a minute. Agathalos the Raging.
10 years, man.
Imagine you could tame this guy and he stayed the size.
Oh, that would be good.
This guy is hard.
Oh, you charged at me. That scared me.
I wanted to hit him from up here, but
You tried to deafen them both.
What'd he drop? Ferrine leggings. Those are pretty good. Yo, but there's no way they hold a candle to trip runners though, right? Trip runners are just insane. Venti pumpkin cold brew is only 5.05%. Oh, dollars? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, there's the greater bat. That's the one that silences, right?
Yep, 10 seconds.
Look at that. They got him out of range. Let him fade. Did it work? No, it's still on me. What nameplates are those? Those are neat plates, my man. Neat plates. Neat plates. Neat plates. Neat plates. Yo, Seidel with the $3. Pally talents, armor or defense, both or neither. It depends what you're trying to. Oh, okay. You're in prod, right? If we're making this determination here, so I assume you're gonna try to AOE grind to some capacity, right? If you're in prod. And if you are, I would say I like the defense more than the armor.
Talents, armor or defense, both or neither.
I like the defense personally. It means you're gonna get dazed less. It also means like if you're fighting.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I can't do that yet. My ability isn't ready yet. I need more rage. Not enough rage. I need to get closer. I can't do that. It is too far away. Not ready yet. I need to get closer. My ability isn't ready. It is too far away. I'm out of range. Not ready yet. More rage. Not enough rage. to get closer. Not ready. Need more range. I can't carry anymore. It is too far away. I can't do it. Not in rage. Inventory is full. Need more rage. Enough rage. Need more rage. I need to get closer. Not enough rage.
to meet you.
How are ya?
Light be with you. For the Alliance.
Hey there. Farewell.
money, friend! Glad I could help.
Every day, we face challenges.
Today is the day of Dragons of Legend, the complete series. I bought 2 of these from my local tournament store, and I actually picked up a Legendary Fisherman. They were unfortunately already out of Dark Mission Girl. This one's pretty cool as well. A lot of people don't know the change on this card with the lost art. In the original art, it had like a weird ball thing on the end of his spear, but now it's actually a spear. Kind of a weird change, but it is what it is, and hopefully sometime I can pick up that Dark Mission Girl. And also, this third one was sent to me by Konami, so thank you to them for sending this to me. This set is pretty cool. So there are 7 possible secret rares that you can pull out of each box. 4 of them are remakes of iconic old school monsters. I've already made a video talking about those, and 3 of them are preview cards from an upcoming set. 2 of these work really well with the new Charmer structure deck that's sort of on the horizon, and Xyz Import I think is a big sleeper card from the set. I think a lot of people don't realize how good that card actually is. I'm a pretty big fan though. Also, this set brings back the purple, blue, and green sort of ultra rares, which is kind of nice as well. We saw that in Legendary Duelist Season 1, 2. And some big reprints here. We have an alternate artwork form of a Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. That's really nice. And also, yes, an ultra rare Toon Kingdom, which is a highly sought after reprint that should make Toons a little bit more budget friendly. Also, instead of the sort of like weird little puzzle piece that they included in the Legendary Duelist Season 1 boxes, these ones have a dice, a collectible dice from one of the 3 different legendary dragons, which is pretty cool. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's inside these, and hopefully we can pull a Toon Kingdom or the alternate artwork. As for which secret rares I'm looking the most forward to besides the Xyz Import, I think that the 100 Dragon and the Time Wizard Fusion Monster are both really cool. I saw the updated name of the Time Wizard, I forgot it, but yeah, those are going to be pretty nice. So I think there's 2 packs in here. Nice. We got the, I think this is Timaeus, yeah. I have Timaeus, well, just Timaeus there. So that is one of the dice. So for the packs here, we have 2 packs, and we got nice Jinzo Layered for our secret rare promo card. Looks very nice. 2 level 6 monsters. You can attach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face of monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase, but it cannot activate its effects or declare an attack. If a trap card is on the field, you contribute 1 monster, and if you destroy 1 face of card on the field, you can only use each effect of Jinzo Layered once per.
We can't wait to welcome you back to a cleaner crunch. Our dedicated team has been working extra hard to make sure the club is cleaner than ever. We have all the fun you've come to expect, but you'll also find some changes designed to help keep our crunch fam safe and healthy. This includes increased deep cleans, additional clean
per turn. And what's cool about Jinzo Layered is that there's even more Jinzo support releasing not too far in the future. Alright, so for the first pack here, this is sort of like a highlight reel of the 3 Dragons of Legend sets. So you're going to see many of the best cards from those, the most iconic cards. We got Guardian Dreadsight, the Blazing Mars, Final Fusion, Toon Rollback, Ritual Sanctuary, nice, the Grand Jupiter, Black Catastrophe, well, Catastrophe, that's pretty funny, and Shadow Toon for our regular Ultra Rare. Now, one of the things that they changed from the Legendary Duelist Season 1 box is that all of the Ultra Rares in this set are able to actually be pulled in that purple, blue, or green Ultra Rarity, unlike in the last set when a couple of them are only in the gold regular Ultra Rare and a couple of them are only in the more rainbow-esque Ultra Rares. So now everything can be pulled in those, which is kind of nice. So this is a regular Ultra Rare, so we have Shadow Toon, Mimicat for our blue Ultra Rare, pretty nice card there, and Paladin of Dark Dragon. I don't even know, I mean, there's a lot of Ultra Rares in this set. I think there are, let's see, there's 30 Ultra Rares total, so there's a whole bunch of them that you can pull, and all of them can either be the original Ultra Rare or in one of the cool colors, which is pretty nice. We have a Flower Cardian, Tyrant Burst Dragon, Rocket Hermos Cannon, Rank Up Magic Admiration of the Thousands, okay, it's a long name, the Tripper Mercury, Flower Gathering, Battle Fusion, and Lord of the Red. I think this card's actually pretty good. Never saw a lot of competitive play, but yeah, you can pop some cards for free, which is pretty nice. Alright, so that was the first pack there. We got some nice commons, some pretty cool Ultras, 2 actually Toon Ultra Rares, which is pretty nice as well. We're looking for Toon Kingdom, though, obviously nice. Soul Charge, currently banned, but yeah, obviously a pretty crazy card, and one of the best cards from all the Dragon's Legend sets by far. We have Hand Holding Genie, Cyber Petite Angel, Assault Dog, Aqua Story, Time Magic Hammer, Dark Dragon Ritual, nice. We have Timaeus, the Knight of Destiny, that is the regular Ultra Rare there. And then we also have a nice Amulet Dragon, the good old Dark Magician in the artwork as well, and Ra's Disciple to summon those God cards. Also, I just noticed that, yeah, they're both green. These both were blue, which is kind of cool. So that was it for those Ultra Rares. We also have Shooting Star, Special Schedule, Prediction Princess, Flower Cardian, some Ballerina card, okay, Shadow Impulse, Blackwing the Squall, and Magic Hand. Oh yeah, I bet Fire and Ice Hand are in this set. Those would be kind of cool to pull. Those cards were really, really strong just a few years ago. We'll open, well, I guess we can open the one from Konami next. That might be kind of fun. Looks like we got another Eye of Timaeus there, so that's pretty nice. Then we have our 2 packs and our promo card. Let's see what we got. And we have, oh, one of the new Charmer cards. So these are going to be really good when the new Charmer structure deck is released, which is
When the difference
Between winning and losing,
is measured in milliseconds,
everything counts.
The Alienware Legendary Battle Station.
I'm a little nervous for him, man. He, I was giving him practice questions to prep him. Forgot his Ghost Gamer. I told him that. I told him he should have known this Ghost Gamer. Long time since I was in like high school. But you know that look? You like look over at your buddy and you know he's failing that test.
a little too far away, but right now it might be difficult finding like a deck for them. But when that Charmer structure deck is released, you'll be looking at these cards in a lot of people's decks that are playing those Charmer cards. That is it for our secret rare out of that box. We have our first pack out of the second box here. Red Eyes Transmigration, so we can summon that ritual monster. Prediction Ritual, nice. Flower Cardian, Guardian Dreadsight, Raid Raptor, Prediction Princess, number Chaos 35, Chaos Chimera Dragon, that's pretty crazy. Roulette Spider, classic anime card. Legendary Knight Creatos, is that how it's pronounced? I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's close, so close enough, I guess. So that is our first ultra rare, and oh my gosh, there we go. Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, but that is the old artwork. I didn't realize that both artworks were in the same set. That is a purple rare, which is cool because it's a fusion monster, and Mathematician purple ultra rare. Nice. Mathematician, obviously a very competitively viable card. Big fan of Mathematician. Reverse Reuse, Aquarium Stage, the Despair, Battle Fusion, Lord of the Red once again, and that Ballerina card that I can't pronounce, and Shadow Impulse once again as well. So we can go through the second pack here. I wonder what rarity the Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight with the alternate artwork is. Is that one of the secret rares? I don't think so. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, that's definitely not one of the secret rares. I'm not sure. I guess it's just a regular ultra that you can pull. Flower Cardian, Zebra Grass, number Chaos 73, Abyss Supra Splash. That's pretty fun. Aqua Actress Guppy, Snowplow Hustle Russell, Night Express Night, pulling some train cards. Look at all these train cards. Construction Train Signal Red, Flower Cardian Willow, and Amulet Dragon once again, this time as a regular ultra rare. I think last time we pulled it as a green ultra rare, so pretty cool there. Let me go through the other two ultras. We have Timaeus, the Knight of Destiny, in blue rarity this time, and Mathematicians. Now we have a blue Mathematician and a purple Mathematician. Can we pull one more to complete the playset? We'll have to see. We have a special schedule, Prediction Princess, Flower Cardian, and then Red Eyes Spirit, number Chaos 106, Giant Red Hand, Guarded Treasure. Oh my gosh, I remember when this card was first revealed, people were like, is this the next big thing? Man, that it brings me back. This card's hilarious. Activate this card by discarding 5 cards, draw 2 cards. While this card is on the field, draw 2 cards instead of 1 for your normal draw during your draw phase. Obviously printed long before Ash Blossom was ever a thing, but even despite that, never became competitively viable. That's a pretty big investment for just drawing a couple cards over the course of several turns. Alright, the final box in today's opening. I wonder if we'll pull a playset of the Timaeus dice. That'd be pretty funny. Let's take a look. This is the Hermos one. Is that how you pronounce that? So this one's more red instead of the teal that we've seen on the Timaeus dice. So we've pulled, unfortunately, I was trying to pull like one of each of them, but we pulled 2 Timaeus, which is still pretty nice. Let's take a look at our promo card. Cyber / Harpy Lady, and many of the Harpy Lady cards just got reprints with the Lost Art promotion that locals are doing right now. We've even seen a couple of those in my openings, but yes, it is a new secret rare Harpy Lady Synchro monster, which is pretty interesting. It looks nice. I like these secret rares a lot. They're really bright, which is really cool with secret rares. I know that some secret rares are a little darker than others, but I like when secret rares really make the colors on the cards pop, you know, instead of muting them like some secret rares in the past have done. Last pack here, Cyber Petite Angel, Soul Charge, Toon Ancient Year Golem, okay. Legend of Heart, Blackwing, Hurricane the Tornado. Wait, Hurricane the Tornado. Wait, he's a tornado named Hurricane? What a silly name. Okay. Parapsychroid, Cyber Angel Benton, which is probably by far the best Cyber Angel monster that's been played in TCG. We have Gate Blocker, which for a little while was played in Adamancipator, believe it or not, because it stopped your opponent from hitting you with like Veiler or Impermanence, because it says your opponent cannot target other monsters you control with card effects. I'm not sure if they do that anymore, but it was pretty good for a while. We also have Mimicat, our second copy of that. Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos. Let me put these down there. Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos and Flower Cardian Light Shower. And these are blue, blue ultra rares. Pretty nice there. We have Relay Soul if you want to lose the game for summoning one monster. And a few commons, but I think we've seen most of those so far. Alright, now we're to the actual last pack in today's opening. Can we pull Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, with the new artwork? Not sure about that, but we can try. Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, Aqua Actress Guppy, number 98 Antitopian. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Berserker Soul, Flower Cardian Willow, the Philosopher's Stone, which actually, believe it or not, is the very first card that made me play Brilliant Fusion. You could Brilliant Fusion sending Wing Karibo to the graveyard and then use this thing to search Gem Knight Fusion. Pretty funny combo. So for our last 3 ultra rares, we have Flower Cardian Light Shower, but this time as a regular ultra rare. And then we have, nice, that's pretty cool, number 24, the Vampiric Dragon. Very nice rank 6 monster that actually probably should have seen more play. Released a little bit late. I think this card would have been a lot better if it would have been released like just a couple of years sooner, but still pretty good in rank 6 decks. And finally, oh my gosh, the last pack, the last ultra rare, Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight in purple ultra rare with that new alternate artwork that is so nice looking. Oh man, so you can see there, you know, I'm sure everyone's going to have their favorite artwork for this card, but we have 2 versions of the same card. They're both purple ultra. That's pretty cool as well. But yeah, this new artwork is like one of the bigger selling points of the set, one of the bigger chase cards, so that's pretty nice to pull. I think that purple looks really good with the sort of fusion background because it's already purple, so pretty cool. Lots of purple on this one card. For our commons, we have Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon, Prediction Princess, Flower Cardian, the Despair, And then Flower Gathering, Battle Fusion, the Suppression Pluto, and number 59 Crooked Cook. That's actually a card that saw a little bit of experimentation in competitive play, which is pretty cool. Anyway, though, that is today's opening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the Dragons of Legend, the complete series. This set has cool dice, it has cool reprints, it has cool rarity changes, some really cool ultra rare technology with the different colors and the names, and a pretty sweet new artwork for a fan favorite card. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Let the games begin.
Stop dreaming. Start driving. Red Tag Days are here with great offers on select 2020 models. Visit shoptoyota.ca.
Ugly, useless, annoying, and a waste of time. Oi, I didn't mean me. Instead, we're going to be running through 10 of the worst mounts in World of Warcraft. As alluded to, this list will run through mounts that might take you months to get for a really bad reward, or it's just a generally ugly mount, or kind of pointless. So we're going to be running through the 10 that I feel are the worst mounts to obtain in the game. Warlords of Draenor being an overall disappointing expansion for most, at least it did bring a lot of mounts. Unfortunately, as another disappointing point, they were all pretty much boars. The expansion brought over 11 different boar mounts, armored or unarmored, and one of those is the Great Tusk. This drops from a rare spawn. The others came from like achievements, reps, etc. But this one you had to hunt down a rare spawn, and then when you eventually got that rare, all you got was another boar that had no armor on. And the annoying thing about the boars as well is they run so badly. They kind of look like they're trying to run, but they're kind of angrily power walking, and then their mount special is them randomly humping the ground. Overall, the boar just deserves the bottom of this list, especially the Great Tusk. Moving on to number 9 now, and we have the Vashir Seahorse, and this is on this list for a few reasons. The first being it's a water only mount, so you can only use it within the water, and that's not necessarily bad. Like, having one of those in your collection is useful. The problem with this one in particular though, it can only be used in the zone Vashir, and Vashir is one of the least popular leveling zones in the game. People just don't like being there, so you don't really ever get to use this mount. On top of that, it's just a reskin of 2 other mounts that can be used anywhere in the world. One of those being the Reigns of Poseidon, which you can pick up for about 10 to 20k, or you just go and grind the rare until you've got it. And that's pretty much the same mount, except that doesn't have the zone specific restriction. So this mount is just kind of useless. It's not very nice to look at, so it deserves the 9th spot on this list. You've probably had someone doing that in your party or your group, or just near you when you're AFKing in a city, where they'll be jumping up and down or moving left and right on the mechanical mount, making a ton of noise for absolutely no reason, and it's just super obnoxious. So most of the mechanical mounts kind of fit into this spot, but the one we're going to highlight is the Flying Machine because it's the easier one to pick up. It's very cheap, a few hundred gold, not very nice to look at because there's a better looking version of this. So it's just super obnoxious, but oh, I don't know why people do this. It's so annoying that people have made add-ons to get rid of mount sounds like this just because they just can't stand it. And honestly, there's mounts that make more noise like this, like Mimron's Head. That's one of the more noisier culprits. But at least Mimron's Head has a bit more going for it visually, so it gets a little bit of a pass, but it's still kind of in this category too. We're going to pick on the Flying Machine in particular for this spot. At spot number 7, we have another ugly mount that's also kind of a waste of time, and that is the Experiment 12B. This is a rare drop from Ultraxion in Dragon Soul, and overall it just doesn't look very good, especially what makes it worse is in that same raid you have mounts like the Lifebinder's Handmaiden, which is an amazing looking Drake. You know, it's got this new upgraded model, looks really, really good. And then it also drops from the boss Ultraxion, which is this really cool looking Twilight Drake with the combined horns. Looks amazing. You're killing this boss week in, week out. To finally get the mount drop, you mount up on it, and it's just this really badly recolored basic Drake. Nothing new done with it, nothing going on. It's just kind of ugly. So for those reasons, it is taking the spot number 7. At number 6, we have a mount where if you buy it, you've pretty much been scammed, and that is going to be the Pale Hide Direhorn. This was introduced in BFA, and it has a cost of 500k. And this isn't even attached to a reputation either, so getting exalted with factions does absolutely nothing for this mount because it's not tied to any faction in particular. So it is going to always cost 500k. The worst part about this mount is there's nothing unique about it. It's not a different Direhorn in any way, shape or form. It's basically just the Direhorns that we've had since Mr. Pandaria with a different skin on it, and they're trying to sell it for 500k. So for that reason, I just don't see the purpose of ever buying this mount unless you really, really want to bolster your mount collection. And even then, there's still a crap ton of other mounts you could buy before this. This is going to be like at the very end of the road for you in terms of buying mounts. So it's definitely taking that spot number 6. Most of you seeing the current mount on the screen will think, why does he have the Swift White Hawk Strider on the screen right now? That doesn't really deserve to be on the list. And you'd be partly right, but this isn't actually the Swift White Hawk Strider. This is the Ivory Hawk Strider. Not much difference. The only real difference is the armor. It doesn't have like the armor plate on its chest and things like that, but very, very similar, but way more difficult to get than the Swift White Hawk Strider. Okay, the Swift White Hawk Strider is an RNG drop, but it is one of the higher dungeon drop mounts in the game. It's on like a 3 to 4%, while most of them are on like a 1 to 2. So it's not too crazy to get this mount. It's owned by quite a high percentage of the player base in comparison to some of the other dungeon mounts. In terms of getting the Ivory Hawk Strider, on the other hand though, you need to first get your hands on one of the Falcasaur mounts obtained in Legion. So you go get the pet, you'll raise the pet to level 25. Then once you've got your mount, you'll mount up and talk to an NPC in High Mountain, and that will unlock a secret reputation. With that secret reputation, you then do PvP in Legion, and you'll be able to buy these items that will allow you to collect coins from players. You'll turn those coins in for reputation, and then once you're done with this pretty long grind, you'll be able to purchase the Ivory Hawk Strider at Exalted for like 10k gold. So for how much work you have to put into this secret mount, it's not very good. So it's definitely kind of ugly and a pretty big waste of time in my opinion. Speaking of things that are a waste of time, if you wouldn't mind wasting a little bit of your time and also hitting the subscribe button down below if you are enjoying the video so far. And with that, let's move on to the rest of the list. At spot number 4, we have the Frenzied Fell Talon, and while this isn't necessarily like an ugly mount, it just feels like quite a poor reward for how much time investment this takes to get. If you're not familiar where this comes from from obtaining 400 mounts usable by one character. So it's basically your reward for being the master of mount collecting. You've obtained all these different mounts, and your reward is a 3rd reskin of a mount that's been obtainable for years prior. So I just don't think that's a very good reward, especially when this is one of the worst color variants in my opinion, Void Talon being the better one, and Illis Resort being pretty good too. So I just don't think it's that great, especially when the 300 mounts and the 350 mount achievement mounts are pretty damn good. Like the Heavenly Azure Cloud Serpent, one of my favorite mounts in the game. And then the Frostbitten or Frostbite Infernal, whatever it's called, also looks pretty good. It's a nice variant from the other Infernals obtainable in the game, and that those all come from one place as well. So I just think it's not that great. So in my opinion, this one's a bit more of a waste of time considering the effort you need to go in to get 400. Mounts. Do you have 5 million gold? Probably not, right? And if you had 5 million gold, you most likely wouldn't buy this mount. This is the Savage Raptor, and this mount generally goes for about 5 million gold nowadays on auction houses. The reason for that is it's a TCG mount that is no longer obtainable from TCG because TCG was discontinued, So all you've got left is the ones that are kind of available from players that have kept hold of them. And this mount sucks. This is a mount that is already obtainable in the game as well as the red primal raptor. The only difference between these two mounts is the saddle color. That's it. A slight difference in the saddle color. One's a lighter saddle, one's a darker saddle. So you can obtain the mount that looks exactly like this mount that people are trying to sell for 5 million gold on average. It's just an ugly mount, a complete waste of time. And even if you bought it back in the day from TCG, you were kind of slapped in the face when they included this into Pandaria. So for that reason, Savage Raptor is definitely going to be spot number 3. The Supreme King of Waste of Time takes spot number 2, and that is going to be the prestigious Bloodforge Courser. This mount requires you to get to honor level 500, which is an insane amount of time to get to. It takes roughly 4.4 million honor to reach honor level 500. The mount is obtained by a 0.something% of the player base, a really tiny amount. And even those players got that honor through, well, most of them got it through honor exploits and stuff in the past. There's very few people that have this mount legit. And for all their hard work, what do they get? A horned horse with some armor on it. I mean, it doesn't look bad, especially if this was the only horned horse that looked similar to this in the game. It would definitely stand out. But there's a bunch of mounts that look very similar that still do the job. For example, the honor level 250 mount, which is half the honor levels, is the prestigious Midnight Courser, and I think this looks great. Honestly, in most situations, I think I prefer this mount over the honor level 500 one in general. It just doesn't seem worth the time. Imagine getting 1 honor level per day on average. It would take you 500 days to get this mount, and at the end of it, you get the Bloodforge Courser. That's your reward for all that hard work. It's a mount that doesn't really stand itself apart from the rest of the mounts in the game. It's not something people are going to be like, whoa, look how insane that mount looks. The only thing that's going to make people whisper is like, wow, you really grinded 500 honor levels for that? It just seems like a complete waste of time.
We can't wait to welcome you back to a cleaner crunch. Our dedicated team has been working extra hard.
Time for this mount.
This is the beginning and the end, mortals.
Yeah, this mount was certainly the beginning of the end, as this was the first mount added to the cash shop, and that is the Celestial Steed. And back then there was no WoW tokens, there was no using gold to get WoW tokens to buy the mount. Your only option was to spend proper money. And the mount had a few different names throughout the years, the more PG name being Sparkle Pona, but there'll also be a link to a video in the description below, which was made by Total Biscuit back in the day. It was like a parody video of the mount, and it's still pretty funny to today's standards, so I definitely recommend checking that out. But outside of that, yeah, it just didn't sit very well with the player base. People weren't very happy with a mount added to the store. The fact that it was invincible but a sparkly version, people didn't really like that either. And then even today, I think it's kind of lost some of its sparkle. It looks a lot more kind of transparent and stuff. And I just don't think it looks like a very good mount, especially for having to spend real money on it. Just don't think it's worth it. And obviously, it's got a bit more of a bitter taste in most people's mouths because this was the beginning of the cash store for mounts being sold. And then that has continued to this day. Obviously, slightly better with being able to buy a WoW token, but still, there's still mounts that you have to buy with some kind of money. So that does bring us to the end of the video, and obviously this was a bit more of a fun opinion based video, so your list of 10 worst mounts in the game probably a bit different to mine. I'd love to hear what you think your 10 worst would be in the comments down below. Outside of that though,
Hello everyone and welcome back to a special late night edition of the World of Warcraft news. For Ian Hazzikostas, the game director of World of Warcraft, has taken to the forums to address key concerns with the Shadowlands expansion, primarily Covenants, but also leveling and a few other things. And just as Ron Perlman said all those years ago in the intro of Fallout, Blizzard Blizzard never changes. Unlike our Patreon loot, it sure does change each month, and this month it is the Warrior. So yeah, if you like the Warrior pin and a bunch of other goodies, you can check that out. And a massive thank you to them. You'll soon see how they're making a lot of stuff happen. Okay, Ian's post, the path towards the Shadowlands. Yeah, let's go. Okay, Blizzard are actually doing 2 pre-patches for Shadowlands. 9.0.1 is the pre-patch for non-Shadowlands content, and 9.0.2 is for Shadowlands content, like, say, balancing covenants and things like that. Now, Ian says in his post that this is going to give the team more time to work on endgame. And that's good, because good heavens, the team certainly does need that. They are going to have a very stacked 7 weeks ahead of them, and, well, we'll get into why that is pretty soon in this video. So, there's that. Then moving on to alt leveling, it's another thing that he covered, and this is actually some good news. Things are simple enough, and they're good. So, previously, right, you would do every zone in order on your first character. And then once your first character was capped, then your alts could actually just select a covenant immediately at level 50, and they could just go and do whatever they want, right? Now, the intent there was great, but it did lead to some things being a little bit confusing for players. So, to remedy this, and things like the confusion of playing each campaign in a different order after you've selected a covenant, Blizzard have actually redesigned the alt leveling experience. And now the way it's going to work is that new alts will have a choice to either replay the whole thing straight up just like it was a new character, or to jump straight ahead to after the Shadowlands campaign ends. Yes, you on your level 50 character will be in a state where the campaign is done, but you'll be level 50, not level 60. And the way that will work is you can then level up by doing side quests, right? But also by doing bonus objectives, which will be new and will be located where the campaign missions would have been. And then also these new zone-wide objectives that they're putting in the game that Ian says will be very lucrative. So it really does seem like, right, for doing your alts, it's just going to be this very free form, and I would say potentially extremely fast way to level up. And the reason why I say that is because rather than going through each of the Covenant campaigns, right, with a whole bunch of travel time between them, you could actually just focus deep on doing a single zone, doing the zone objectives, the various bonus objectives, the side quests. Seems like you could really zoom through that pretty quick. So yeah, overall, it actually seems like a pretty elegant design to me. I think what's cool is that alts will actually be able to work towards their end game goals while they're on their way to level 60. I think that's a really good system. So hats off to Blizzard there. I think that's especially also good if you're a few weeks into the expansion, or maybe a few months. So that's good stuff. There's actually more good stuff in this video as well, because next, Blizzard have decided to remove, well-ish, the extremely tedious Torghast introduction. And phew, because this one, I mean, it basically kind of sucked, right? Especially when we were doing Torghast testing. Oh god, poor Matt. The amount of time he spent getting characters actually in a state where they could do Torghast testing on beta was quite sad. So that was rough, and it's not something that you will have to experience as much when you actually play the game, because instead they're making it so that you actually get full access to the main levels of Torghast and the Runecrafter after just doing a quick intro quest. And then the longer quest line that involved all those extra runs, and Jaina, and Thrall, and then of course unlocking the Endless mode, they still will exist, but you can do them after, and they will grant you legendary crafting materials. So basically, it'll actually feel a bit more worth doing, and not a waste of your time. But still though, by actually getting you the Runecrafter and the main Torghast levels, that means that as far as player power goes, you can just sort of get everything that you would need very quickly without doing a lengthy intro process. So that's real nice if you're, say, doing a whole bunch of alts. And this actually greatly helps a bit of feedback that we had, so we actually have to now tweak our impending Torghast video, so that's good news. And then also in the Twisting Corridor, well, Ian mentioned that they're doing more untuning, and that it's going to feel more like a challenge mode with like good cosmetic rewards for clearing certain levels once that tuning has happened. And I'll tell you what, that sounds super exciting to me. So,
twilight falls on Azeroth. A new dawn rises in its wake. The pages turn to the next chapter of Ascension's history. The Dark Portal is...
Good stuff. And now it's time to talk about Covenants. In short, they have heard the feedback, they disagree, and they are just going to be able to balance your concerns away. That really is the core, I would say, of Ian's message. So, to actually get into it, right? Ian outlined the Covenant switching system that is in place in the game, where basically it's a 2-week quest line that he described as being mostly ceremonial. So that does mean that yes, there's kind of just an arbitrary 2-week timer, for switching the covenants, and that basically is just there to ensure that there's friction in that choice, that you sort of pay a penalty for that choice in terms of time and a reduction in your flexibility, and that's because they think that will make the choice have more of like a a trade-off, and therefore will be more interesting. I would then say, of course, that there's what's interesting and then there's what's fun, and sometimes those are a bit different. And whenever Sid Meier talked about series of interesting decisions, I mean, Sid Meier did Civilization. That's a very different game to something like World of Warcraft. But as we move on, okay, that's the system for changing back to a covenant that you have already left. Of course, it is the case that you can swap to a covenant the first time easily, but it's then if you want to swap back to a covenant you'd already been in, that's when the friction comes in. So yes, basically, Ian has said, like, the quests don't really matter, right? And they're just mostly ceremonial. And that means that they do just exist to prevent you from switching your covenants quickly. So, as an example, if you feel like hopping over to the Necrolords to use the DK ability that they've got and do something there, then that would be a 2-week timer on you doing that if you're, like, swapping back to that covenant. So there's that. Now, Ian also reiterated the renown catch-up for covenants, where if you need to catch up, you can just get loads of renown from various different forms by just doing different forms of content on top of the standard renown weeklies, and they really feel that basically would trivialize any catch-up time, because you'll be able to do it super quick, which, yeah, I guess they think that solves a problem. There's then a bit of me that's kind of thinking, well, like, are you ever going to feel like you really need to do your weeklies when, yeah, you can just do your weeklies, but if you fall behind, you can just knock out a few world quests? I don't know. It seems, let's not get bogged down into catch-up, and let's move on to where I think things are just going to be more interesting. So, this is the big bit, and we're going to do it in more detail. Ian said that they've heard from many players who would prefer that they did not have
too far away.
All right, we are here at our destination. Oh, I see the fish.
Yeah, you can see them right in the
I see a little fish. There is like fingerlings.
Yeah. Well, they're like 6 to 8 inches long, but they're easy to catch.
Nice.
We'll see. Got one.
Ah.
Oh no, he's not. Oh, I got him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it.
Well, that's one. Maybe I'll have 3 before you get back. Isn't it a contest at 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that!
Oh!
A blooper! Oh, come on. Yeah, I got one that time. One this size. I'm going to let him go. Not really. I'm getting hungry, so I'll keep this right. It's the third one I've got, but I'll let the other 2 go, but kind of getting hungry, so gotta keep it. It's just a little pan fry, but one more like that, at least I don't go to bed hungry. We've already let 2 go, so can't just keep letting them go or I'll go hungry. But
Got my first one here in Canada. About the size of a dollar bill. Oh, got a second one, but I'm gonna let him go. He's kind of tiny. There you go, buddy. Oh, that's it. Four little fish.
so I'm going to attempt to start a fire with wazoo necklace. But it basically has a little striker and ferrocerium, a little piece of ferro rod right here. But I'm going to zoom in on the fire here and attempt to make a fire with this. The first fire of our 30-day survival challenge, me and Zach. He's down fishing right now, but I figured I'd try to get the fire going.
Need more range.
There you go. Wazoo, fire starter. Both Zach and I caught 4 each. They're just little guys. He's setting up our bedding for the night because it looks like it's going to rain, so that's a good thing about having a partner with you when you're doing these kind of adventures too, because one guy can do one thing, another guy can do the other thing. Some of these fish are pretty tiny, but I'll tell you, in a survival situation, you wouldn't care. Well, I mean, we got 8. We caught more than that. You let some go. Well, your idea is probably better because mine usually fall on the rocks and then I pick them up and get burnt. Perfect. Yeah, get probably raw, but I prefer them. Sure. Well, things happen in fishing. I got another one. There we go. They're not huge, but it's a brookie. Oh, the morning fish. I'm gonna make a smoker.
Fish on. Thanks. That's the ticket. Worms for the win. One more for the smoking. Not a bad looking fish. They are beautiful. Too bad they're so tiny in here.
This is maple. I like maple for certain things. As long as the fire's not too big. My coat's wet anyways, so I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can smoke my fish and dry my coat. I don't want my coat to catch on fire because I need it, but if my fire's not too hot, that'll work just fine. So, we got our limit of fish smoking. Somebody has to babysit them a bit though, so I'm gonna have to make sure that we're getting the smoke proper heat for a while. Can always restart over again tomorrow if they're not done.
Oh my goodness.
How's your coat? Dry out? Oh.
Well, the coat's dry, but fish are pretty much done too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Longer.
Take advantage of that piece of tin, huh? Oh, yeah. They look just like these most delicious smoked yummy treats.
All the moisture we got overnight, that's these clouds around us, but it's bright in so many spots. I think that it's blue sky above. It just has to burn off.
Awesome.
It's still pretty early. So.
All right.
Our little trout are finally ready. Smoked all night. And we haven't really had any, well, we haven't had any plants yet. We nibbled on a little bit of strawberry blight. Strawberry tasting little berry heads on it. This is a plant that up here you don't see too often. Strawberry blight. And it's very tasty. I haven't seen a big one like this for a while. Those aren't bad, eh?
It's very mellow.
Yeah, very good for you as well, but we have to start and collect some plants and get some bigger fish. Because it's going to be 30 days, so we have to start eating some plants or we're going to suffer for it. Done, but if they're not, we'll just put them closer to the fire for a while. Well, you can see even the oils are coming out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know, I mean,
They need a toasting.
Hours.
Where's my toasting stick? There we go. Got my toasting stick. I want to eat it right from the head to the tail. The only thing that'll be left is that little bit of spinal cord. Oh yeah, she's done. See the color of that meat? It's so orange. That's all that's left of her.
So I brought Zach here to this other little lake I know. A lot of locals do come here. As a matter of fact, somebody's even left a boat here. Now,
and we're off.
Oh yeah, they're jumping everywhere. We're gonna get our limit, then we can go and get plants. Right?
Isn't this nice to come all the way up here and he chauffeurs me all around?
No fishing. Really, second shot. Then we'll have a bunch of fish to pack down, but it'll be a problem but a blessing. Right behind me, I'll get out of the way, but that log in the back there, we just had a grizzly bear cub that came across the log. I saw it come this way, and then Zach saw it go back the other way. So we know Mama's in here somewhere. So we gotta be careful.
Oh, I think it's just on the other side of that tree line. We're almost there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, you gotta have some.
Oh, it looks magical. It looks magical. There it is. Wow. And there's even another lake beyond this one up there.
We made it to the hike-in lake, but it was a lot further than I remember. Partly because we couldn't drive nearly as close as I was able to years ago. But that just killed us, that hike-in. We're not even gonna hike back out tonight. We're gonna make do. We didn't bring any bedding, so we're not really prepared. We have a raincoat each, no food, and we're just gonna have to make do. I think Zach has a little bit of coffee, but we're gonna have to hunker down and hope that it doesn't rain. Got another one. I want him to get off. I don't know if you can see the color, but it's like pink, like fluorescent pink. I've never seen anything like it. I might let it go just because it's an oddity of nature. Moss comes off these rocks pretty easily. So So I'm gonna try to put moss like this, and then at least I can get under here. Hope it doesn't rain. But it's been raining a lot, so you never know. Oh boy, so tired. What a day. Might have been a mistake to come up here, but we got to make the best of it. We're stranded. At least you get to see our outdoor survival skills, because this is real. More moss still. You see, you should layer it like this so that the bottom one, the top one, goes over top, just like shingles. It's the way you want to do it. Heat up some hot rocks. This one here is pretty warm. I could bring it inside to keep warm if I have to, like a hot water bottle.
Those taste really different from the other one.
They do. Every species tastes it.
Mm.
I don't know, the rainbows and the cutties are my favorite, I think.
Yeah. Yep. They're good.
But now I feel a little better. Got a spot to hide out of the rain if I have to. Zach's building a shelter over there as well. So we really did not plan on this situation. It just was too far and too difficult. Neither one of us had the energy to even go back. And we didn't bring anything with us, really. But we will make it. This is what we do.
He's alive.
Barely.
Barely. Hurting?
Oh yeah.
Still got the fire going.
Well, I didn't even sleep. I just
kind of
been just trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
Sucks. So that was a terrible night. Sat by the fire all night. Didn't get any sleep. I didn't have to use the shelter though because the stars were out and it didn't rain, so that was good. But otherwise, didn't get any sleep. Basically heated up rocks to put in my pockets. Just kept the fire going all night, and I tried dozing off, but it wasn't comfortable enough to get any sleep. So we're gonna try to head back to the other camp. That's enough of this hike in lake. It was a brutal experience, but it's an interesting experience too. There's the mountain goats anyways. Can't really see much of them, but
look at how far away they are and how crazy up on that cliff there.
No, I know, because it's been sitting in the heat.
Yeah, we don't have curry to like kill the flavor of rotten gopher.
Flies all on the top of the water, so
Ugh,
it's just kind of not
it's a loss.
appetizing.
It's a loss.
Yeah, I know things happen.
Yep.
We're planning on a day trip, but it turned into 2 days. So
Yeah. Let's chuck it and start over. That's
Yes.
shameful. I was really looking forward to those gophers, but that's too bad.
basically dinner. We have 4 little fish still to cook, but we're doing cow parsnip, and believe it or not, we're in July, and we found morels. I was going to say shaggy mains, but morels. Don't see grays too often. But I mean, to find morels this time of year, they're usually out in May. But we found some, and then I'll cook up the rest of our dock as well. So we got lots of veggies for tonight.
Look like little brains or something. Yummy.
Nutrients.
That cow parsnip looks exactly like we had like store-bought broccoli in there. It tastes very different from broccoli. Greg's saying the stuff's pretty bitter.
It is, yeah.
All of it?
Pretty much all of it, yeah.
Well,
it's just that, you know, the dock is...
The mushrooms are delicious. That's good. The mushrooms are definitely the treat in this whole feast. It's
yes,
like,
they are.
Like the period in which wild plants can be eaten is such a shorter period, and they all have some sort of a thing, like a hint of fragrance, of like floweriness, or all I can think of was like fragrance to it.
Eating perfume.
Yeah, that's it. Would you like to try this? What?
But still good for you, regardless. You got to start making some good teas.
I like the pineapple weed tea.
Yeah,
that's
that
like
was
one of
really
my
good.
favorites. What other teas do we got out here that we could be making?
I see Pearly Everlasting and Yarrow and Horsetail, and you know, at least the teas taste a little better.
Oh, we're doing good. We survived our hike, made it back, had a nap. Oh, I do miss pizza and wings.
Hard on the back.
Yeah. It's hard on the stomach.
Well, we'll get some more tomorrow.
I'm hungry.
That's a nice one. Well, we're getting a little bit of gold. Oh, he came off. That's a nice cutty.
Hey, this one's not a trout.
I'm not ready to quit yet. everywhere I look. There's something edible. Fireweed. Look. We're not really going hungry yet. We did well with the plants today. Whole bunch of nodding onions. Nodding wild onions. Purple flowers. And a bonus, my favorite edible plant for spinach type plant, lamb quarters. Got a whole bunch of that.
Gosh, just like,
There's another one.
delicious salad.
Yep. Another one there. Another little trick. See this stuff? Goat's beard. The seed pods. One spark. The quickest fire you ever seen with one spark. Oh, except it went out. Don't doubt me. It's not burning, maybe it's damp. Okay, I'm a liar. Okay, it took more than one spark. Okay, they're done. Here we go. If you haven't tried lamb quarters, get on it. I can't think of any wild plant that I like more than lamb quarters. Like for taste, for a green. So one more plant I want to talk about is plantain. Very, very good antiseptic plant. Like for cuts. And as a matter of fact, I did get a cut, and so it could be getting infected, so I kind of pulled it open a bit now. So then what I do is you take the plantain, you chew it up first. And then you get it right in there. And I mean, it's better if you can wrap it with something. Just wrap it with something to hold it on overnight or whatever. Great for preventing infection and stuff. I survived a week alone in Patagonia just on plantain tea when the fish weren't biting. This is paracord.
Paracord, yeah.
Paracord
But when you
rope.
bend over at the back, the two strands of rope stick up and it looks like you got a thong.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, I'm controlling the edit, so.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
You can make me look real bad if you want.
It's not a thong, guys. It's just paracord.
Working on my slingshot. Working on my fishing rod. I drilled 2 holes through this Y stick for my pin. Anyways, I'll keep showing progress. We'll see how it all goes together. What are we making out in this thick bush?
Not bad. Probably the hardest setup I've ever had to do, but it's not that hard. It's just being tired and hungry.
Warning, bear in area. We know our location now. It's just up here. We have to work at the road a bit because we can't really get across the creek. We ran into problems. We worked for quite a while getting across the creek and went another 100 yards and a big washout again. Same creek, different washout. So we're making a bridge. I'll show you the bridge. I don't know, I hope there's no more of these. Hopefully our bridge will hold. Yes, I think it's looking good now.
Yeah.
I have to go this way a smidgen.
Yeah.
And then
Well, but you just gotta straighten out and drive this way a smidge, yeah. Keep going this way. Yeah. Yeah, looking good. Perfect. Now you can go that way. Go for it. Woo! Oh my goodness.
I should have stayed to hear more.
Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but we nailed it. High five.
We got her.
Woohoo! That's how we do it on the 30-day survival challenge, Rockies. Woo!
Woo! Probably gonna spend the rest of our time on the challenge up here. The one thing I'm not liking right off the bat is there's just clouds of mosquitoes. So that's what we're gonna have to deal with. There better be fish in that lake. We're not sure how this is gonna go. Might be struggling it out, but we made it. It was quite the adventure on that road. It's all grown in and we had to build bridges and all kinds of things. It was a lot of work to get up here, so hopefully things work out for us up here. These mosquitoes are just insane up here. You almost got to carry a stick and just keep whacking yourself every 2 seconds. Well, look what Greg found when he was setting his shelter up. 2 giant puffballs. Nice. Like, those are huge. Beauties. Size of my hand. Cut our mushrooms up into slices, like little steaks. This is a bonus for us. Roasted puffballs. It's amazing when you get hungry out here after so long that something like this is a treat to find.
It is good.
It's like French toast.
Mm-hmm.
Unique. That's a pretty big flame. Just let it die down maybe a bit. Will it die down?
No.
No.
It just burns better.
If I roll it really tight,
Awesome screen. Awesome camera. Awesome battery. 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 Awesome screen. Awesome camera. Awesome battery.
Awesome is for everyone.
bet you it won't. That's better. I could hear that singeing off. I hate these nose hairs when they get long. They're irritating.
Alright. Gophers are on! Woohoo! Gopher stew.
Again.
Again.
Oh well. I was going to use this setup, you see, and then the idea is this is my ratchet, okay? And then of course, like, I mean, basically I'll turn it like this, but it's not complete yet. So I have to figure out a different one of these. I got to find one that's going to work with this setup. Been having some issues with this big heavy reel, the wooden one. It was a good idea, I suppose, but it seems too bulky. It's not going to cast very good. I had this idea of putting it for casting, pulling the pin out, and then putting the spool here for casting, jamming it on for casting. But it's not spinning right. I think what I'm going to do is go back to my original idea that I had in Patagonia, even though I didn't actually make it while I was there. It was towards the end. And I'm just going to use the spool itself. You see? I'm just going to use the spool and cut notches in the spool instead. So it's the same principle. It's going to be the same principle, but this will be lighter, so it's going to cast. I think it'll cast just properly, just leaving the spool. I just got to take the wedge out. I have to use a wedge here, because when I'm trying to cast, I pull the wedge out, and then I cast, then I put the wedge back for reeling in. Made it to the lake. So you can see the lake behind. Good fishing in here. I fished it before years ago, and I know the fishing's good. I'm getting bites every time, but oh, see, I just about had a big one again. I'm not hitting it. There's a nice one. See, as soon as I put a piece of worm on, I got one right away.
Found a worm?
I found one, yeah. He's putting up a fight. I can't seem to get him. I'm having troubles here. Get out of there. I'm just gonna have to play him out. He's too big. Gotcha that time. Gotcha that time. That's a big cutty. Boy, he wasn't hooked by very much either. Those are a bit bigger. I would say 3-pounders. Nice. Gotcha that time. Gotcha that time. That's a big cutty. Boy, he wasn't hooked by very much either. Those are a bit bigger. I would say 3-pounders. Nice.
Fish are too big to put on sticks. Oh yeah, big fish cooking.
So neither of them had eggs though?
No, they were both male.
You didn't save the milk?
Mm-mm. Not into that.
Really?
Why, you?
I like the milk, yeah. It's all food. It eats.
I'll keep it for you.
It eats good.
There's some horsetail. I have to have some horsetail tea. That's what it looks like there. Scouring rush, horsetail. So we're gonna go in here, try to look for a suitable spot to put our shelters up.
Everywhere before this is all sloped downhill and kind of cliffy. And after this is the same. Looks like we got a flat spot in here that goes down to a gorge and a river. Maybe we even have a little pathway down to the stream or a river down there.
Thick from here, but...
It's a little thick.
All right. Okay, I'm in.
So drawbridge, boom, lands here. We could bring it up at night. We'll be down there over the embankment a little bit, but higher up.
So you're thinking this group and this group?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can put from that tree there to that one, we'll put like our main pole. And then we can make the drawbridge come down from that tree corner to right here. Pointing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
watch
Watch where you're pointing that thing.
pointing with his
machete.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if we're gonna get on it today or tomorrow.
I'm getting on it right now, I think.
Right now?
It's gonna start raining, and
Yeah.
we're halfway back.
All right, so we're gonna get on it now, I guess.
Boom.
One pole.
One.
And one tabletop.
One. Or a
Oh,
lean.
and a
a
leaning
good lean.
post,
A
yeah.
good leaning post.
Okay, well, that's enough work for today. And this goes like this. Down a bit. Yeah, about there. That's good. That's one pole. Out of about 20. So I did complete my fishing rod. I'll show you my stick for my ratchet. I've got the notches in this reel so that I can ratchet it. What I do for casting is I pull it this way and then it free reels. Then I push it back to where it's stiffer for ratcheting. So have a good look. Holes through there. Show you from different angles.
Perfect timing. All rigged up, and a little rain shower moves through. And now the breeze is picking up. This will be interesting. Meandering around at a slow, leisurely pace. Not a care in the world. Not an
Wasting our time.
Just wasting our time, yeah. Just teasing. Just teasing. Just lined right up too, like they're like queued up for something. The 1, 2, 3 in a row, 4, just waiting for something to happen.
Earlier in the morning, maybe.
Yeah, early in the morning. It's rather disheartening to see them just
Swim
around and not take any interest.
Unless you land them, they don't do us no good.
No, we just got to figure out their feeding. What time is feeding time at the zoo?
That's right. Oh, you got one.
I got one. Grab the
Okay.
net. Grab the net.
Don't pull too hard.
No, no.
Don't pull too hard. Just working. Slow. Towards me.
All right.
With his net.
Woo!
Got him with his net.
All right.
Nice one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Woo! Once again, I'm doing better on free lures that I've found pulled up on sticks that I've snagged accidentally than I have anything else.
Well, because the people losing them know what to use.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Ah!
I just got to dry out. My boots right in the flames. Get any more?
Oh, nice. You made a chair and everything.
Well, I got to do something just to try to dry out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I had another one on the line.
Yeah.
And the hook broke off the lure.
The hook broke.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Hello. Be careful.
Hook somehow broke. And the fish got away with that. The fish got away with that. The fish got away with that.
This morning I did see a cougar.
Huh?
Need help?
The tents are back. You haven't missed the tent sale at the Brick. New product is arriving daily. Get up to 60% off clearance items in the tents. Plus, get the Benson sofa for just $3.99. This 5-piece dining set only $4.99. Reversible desk just $169. And the matching chair only $99. This self-cleaning electric range just $5.99. Or the Sony 55-inch 4K Android TV only $7.99. The Brick, saving you more.
Can I help you? Have a good one.
Red just saw a cougar.
Came down the trail and past camp and down through this other trail right over here. But cougars are elusive. I just caught a little bit of a glimpse, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then he was gone. It seems like our smoker's caught on fire.
All right. It's got little spruce needles all over it. Oh. They bring almost like this, like a spruce rosemary thing going on. Very good. And then look at that.
That is
See,
good.
They cooked it with the eggs inside of it.
The spruce was a good idea.
Almost backfired on us as the smoker caught on fire, but it finished smoke cooking the whole fish just before.
Just before the kitchen caught on fire.
Yeah, just before the kitchen caught on fire.
Well, we definitely would have lost this fish without that net because it came off as soon as we got it in the net.
Well, that's one of the things. Watching Alone and watching these other guys, one after the next, people at some point pulling their fish out and losing them right on the shore. I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, it's like, what else you got to do in the evening? Why not build a net?
Oh, he broke my line, and that was a big one. Oh, why? God, he snapped the line. If I would have had
a net,
maybe I would have got him.
Yeah, in Texas we had a net, and it saved us, you know, some big catfish that we pulled in. Look at the size of it. Oh,
One time we got it close and it kind of snagged on something. We lost one because of it.
Yeah.
Please don't be Oh, we need that net.
Yeah, we gotta get to the net.
Oh, we got off. Son of a brisket.
Got a little break in the weather. Gonna head to the final location where we're building our shelter in the trees. Found my spot. Anything we clear out is firewood. I like this spot actually. This is beauty. You couldn't get a better spot. Well, we're in better spirits now. Just being somewhere finally for the rest of the journey. Get a big windstorm and it'll pull my tarp off. The weather keeps bombarding us. Sun wants to come out, but it's snowing. I'll show you over here. Snowing on the mountains, and you can see it. Fresh snow on the mountains. And it's snowing right now. Past the middle of July and fresh snow. We're adapting, we're making things more comfortable. Now we hung the fish up in a tree. We don't need a bear coming into camp. I mean, crikey, that could be bad. Get a bear coming into camp, that could be curtains. Zach's already busy, he's been building chairs and we got our tarps out and it's turning into a real park-like setting. He cleared all the underbrush and got lots of firewood in this location, so that's good. Well, Zach's fish is a bit bigger.